मैं हो गया, ये देखो गॉट इट कर दिया मैंने। चल, 2 ही बचे, 5 लाइक चले गए। हाय, हेलो एवरीवन, एम आई लाइव? एम आई लाइव?
Yes.
ग्रेट 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 ग्रेट। थैंक यू गाइस फॉर वेटिंग। अभी तो शायद बहुत सारे लोग वेट करके चले गए हैं, बट थैंक यू सो मच। सो दिस लाइव इज अबाउट न्यूजीलैंड, राइट? So post-study work visa, how much post-study work visa does New Zealand give? What are the financial requirements for New Zealand? So we are going to discuss all these points. So you guys must have a lot of questions regarding New Zealand. So you can list them in the chat section so that I can answer those questions as well. Also, like that's how I do the live session. So that would be the best case scenario. Also, so post-study work visa in New Zealand depends from course to course. So basically, which level of study you are going to do will define how much post-study work visa you will get. So basically, there are 3 major, or rather 4 major programs which you can go for. So basically, there are 2-year undergraduate diploma. But if you will go for a 2 years diploma after 12th, then you will not get post-study work visa. In order to get post-study work visa, you would need to go for at least a bachelor's degree. So you need to go for a bachelor's degree. You need to do a bachelor's degree in order to get a post-study work visa. So now post-study work visa is how much amount of time will New Zealand allow you to stay back to get practical experience after studying there? Change करो ना. Sorry guys, because of the interruption. So what I was saying that New Zealand has different types of level, and every level has different post-study work visa. So if you will go for a 2 years post-study work, 2 years diploma, you will not going to get any post-study work visa. However, to get the post-study work visa, you would need to do at least a bachelor's. So this is for the student who are going after class 12. So अगर आप 12th क्लास के बाद जा रहे हो पढ़ने के लिए, तो आपके पास 2 ऑप्शन हैं. या तो आप 2 इयर्स के डिप्लोमा के लिए जा सकते हो या फिर 3 इयर्स की बैचलर्स के लिए जा सकते हो. सो जो न्यूजीलैंड का जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है, दैट इज फॉलोड हाउ थिंग्स वर्क्स इन यूके, बिकॉज इट इज स्टिल अ मोनार्की. तो वो एक मतलब द हेड ऑफ द क्वीन इज द वन हु रूल्स द कंट्री. और वहां पर इस तरीके से क्या कहते हैं, रूल जो है वो यूके वाला लागू होता है. तो वहां पर क्या है कि आप 2 तरह के डिप्लोमास के लिए जा सकते हो, which is level 4 and 5, and then level 7, which is bachelor's after class 12. और जब आप वहां से पढ़ाई करते हो तो बैचलर्स के बाद आपको 3 इयर्स का पोस्ट स्टडी वर्क वीजा मिलता है. मीन्स यू वुड गेट 3 years to get practical experience in their country, and if you get a job which is in demand in New Zealand, then you would be able to get your residency also. So that is a pathway to residency. How you can, this is one of the immigration feature what you get if you will study in New Zealand. सो न्यूजीलैंड में बेसिकली वही मोस्टली लोग जाते हैं जो बहुत ज्यादा जैसे शांति प्रिय है, जिनके पास इनफ फंड्स हैं कि वो वहां पर जाकर अगर आप आसानी से रह सको, वहां पर आप पढ़ाई कर सको, वो एक्सपीरियंस, वो स्किल्स दे सको, जिससे कि आपको आपका फ्यूचर जो है वो ब्राइट होगा. So this is how New Zealand works. Now coming to masters. So somebody who is a graduate in India already, and that person wants to study in New Zealand. So that way means कि आपको एक ऐसी जॉब चाहिए जो आपने ग्रेजुएशन ऑलरेडी कर रखी है, आपकी एक स्ट्रीम जो है वो प्रीटी मच डिफाइंड है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जिसने बीटेक की है कंप्यूटर साइंस में, तो वो कंप्यूटर साइंस रिलेटेड कोर्सेज में जाएगा. जिसने कॉमर्स की है वो कॉमर्स रिलेटेड कोर्सेज में जाएगा. जिसने आर्ट्स की है वो आर्ट्स रिलेटेड सब्जेक्ट्स में जाएगा. सो आफ्टर 12th there are plenty of options, like you can make your career into marketing, you can make career into say medical courses, you can make your career in any field whichever you want. But after bachelor's, this is pretty much defined, like this is the trajectory what you're going to have. But there are some exceptions also. So when I talk about exceptions, like for example, somebody who is from BTech background, they can also do MBA. Somebody who is from arts background, they can also go for MBA. Somebody who is from commerce background, BBA, BCA, any background you are eligible for an MBA. Now, master's program, which are PG programs in New Zealand, there are of three different types. First is a graduate certificate, second is a postgraduate certificate, and third is the master's. So New Zealand education system basically is governed by NZQA, so which is New Zealand Qualification Authority, and this is the body which regulates the credit or what and how much you are going to study throughout this course. So every course have credits. For example, a 1-year course in New Zealand should have at least 120 credit. Now I will explain these credits also to you, but I would need to make you understand like what all different levels of study what you can do in New Zealand. So first is your graduate certificate, which is level 7. This is a diploma which gives you the skills which the industry want right now. So basically, these are the job areas which are the most preferred people there, which can do pretty much any type of job, and they come from different background. So this is the same level what you get when you study in Canada. So graduate certificate in New Zealand is equal to a graduate certificate in Canada. So these are both at the same level. You have done your bachelor's in India and now you're going for a PG course. So graduate certificate in New Zealand and graduate certificate in Canada, they are pretty much the same. These are level 7. So now there are only few programs right now on which you will get post-study work visa. So that include constructions, nursing, and then medical related few programs, and then it is agriculture, and then it is construction project management. So only these people will going to get the post-study work visa. Now, in order to get 3 years post-study work visa in New Zealand, you should focus on getting a master's degree. Now, master's degree, I will explain you about postgraduate diplomas also, but right now I am focusing on the master's degree. Why? Because the benefits of doing master's degree are higher, better. Postgraduate diploma is limited to certain programs. If you will do those programs, only then you will going to get post-study work visa. Otherwise, for masters, it can be from art, science, commerce, whichever background masters course is there. Even if it's for 1 year for 120 credit, you will going to get 3 years of post-study work visa. And another key benefit about New Zealand for post-study work visa is that UK has recently banned from January 24 that you cannot take your spouse along with you for in UK. However, in New Zealand, you can take your spouse and kids along if you have done your masters. So these are the key benefits of doing master's degree from New Zealand. So now let me explain you about how much it is going to cost, what are the visa regulation, and what are the specializations, what you can do, because that is the reason that why you have come to this channel, so that you get the complete information. Now, I'll just give you my example that I have also lived in New Zealand for 7 years. I did a diploma there, then I worked there, studied there, and once I came back to India, I started this organization. So this is the feedback is it's coming from the first-hand experience of living in this particular country. And there are so many good things about New Zealand. Like just an anecdote that I wrote at ChatGPT that give me 100 facts about New Zealand, and it actually wrote 100 facts. So, so means there are so many things to know and learn about New Zealand that it will be fascinating for you to live in one of the most peaceful country, surrounded by water, genuine people, and the education system is so practical that you actually learn what you are supposed to learn, and then you get plenty of work opportunities. You can work part-time while you're studying. If you have done your masters, you will get 3 years of post-study work visa. You can also, like if you're married, you have kids, you can actually give first-hand experience to your spouse also, that they can also live with you there, and you can take your kids also if you. So there is no age restrictions also with New Zealand. Like even if you're 38, 30, 40 years old, 45 years old, you can still go. Like there's one of my very early stages student. Like I was how much? I was like 28, 29 that time, and she was like I think 40 plus, and she was saying that I want to go to New Zealand. I said, yeah, sure, we can help you out. And by God grace, she got her visa. She took her family, like first husband went with the wife. They saved enough. Next year, they called their kids. Now everyone got their PR last month, and they are buying a home there. So basically, they are just starting up their whole family in New Zealand now. And one of like my younger brother, he is also a citizen in New Zealand. So I know a lot of things about New Zealand. So whatever the process is, whatever the areas are, like in term, you would need a lot of help from everyone. So I will be there to help you with whatever questions or queries you might have regarding the process, regarding the admission, regarding the visa. I will try and help you the best. So now, coming back to the master's program. So master's program will have a lot of advantages, like you can take your spouse. Now the cost of living. So this is one thing what needs to be taken care of. That New Zealand is not a country as big as US, as big as UK, as big as Canada, Australia. It is a very small country. So now the people who are actually looking forward to go to a place where there is not so much hustle bustle, there is not so much traffic, the quality of life is very high, and you want to live life with your family in a very planned manner. So that way you can plan to go to New Zealand. Otherwise, there are other options available also. Now, so for master's program, you can take your spouse with you, and that is the best thing about New Zealand. The cost. So if you will go to, like, okay, let me explain you about the three type of educational institutes which are available in New Zealand. So first is the private colleges. Then there are tertiary colleges, which are government funded polytechnics, and then there are universities. So these are the three level of institutions which you can get in New Zealand. So the private colleges, they are also NZQA approved. Tertiary colleges like T. Pukenga is what they are calling these institutes. So they have made a group of institution, different location. All the polytechnic, they came together and they formed this organization called T. Pukenga. So what they are doing is that they are calling it different campuses, and every like MIT, which is in Manikawa Institute of Technology, then EIT, Eastern Institute of Technology, then there is Unitech, then EIT. So many institute, the RI Institute of Canterbury, then Waikato Institute, they have all come together and formed this organization called T. Pukenga. So that is second layer, and the third layer is the university, and the university is the top one. So in New Zealand, there is a university called University of Auckland, which comes under the top 100 university in the world. Apart from that, there is AUT, Messi, there is Waikato, there is Victoria, then there is Canterbury, Lincoln, and Otago. So total, there are 8 universities, and everyone has pretty much all the courses available. They are very highly focused on the STEM programs, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So they are quite interested in all these profiles, and these profiles are not only hot in New Zealand, but they are also hot around the world. So whichever country you might plan to go for, all these countries are looking for people who are from STEM background. So they are giving scholarships also. Now, the university have good campuses, green in terms of the trees and the plants, also sustainable infrastructure, like they are generating energy through wind, they are generating energy through water. So like students who want to go for energy management programs also, they also have a good scope in New Zealand. Now, apart from this, students who are going for construction project management program, they need to be really careful, because this is one program which is not available throughout New Zealand. There are only few of the institutes which have this program, because to teach you real construction project management, you guys needs to be placed in an environment where you can see those things taking place, the buildings actually getting built. This can only happen in a big city. So, like for example, if I talk about Auckland, you will get construction project management only at two organizations, which is two institutions like AUT as well as Messi. So, and the bar of University of Auckland is also higher. So you would need to actually get your profile assessed, so that you would get to know exactly how much chances you have to get into all these universities. Now, going forward, the financial part. So when you talk about the financial requirement to study in New Zealand, you should consider this is the amount of fees which you require plus the living expenses, and both these funds needs to be at least 6 months old. So that is one major catch what New Zealand has, that they are the country which requires the longest duration of funds with you, so that they just want to make sure that you will not bring any financial liability to New Zealand. So they are very particular about how much funds do you have for the fees and how much funds do you have for your living expenses. Now, the funding part needs to be taken care of either in the form of the savings, FD, in terms of post box deposits, or in terms of, say, mutual funds, like anything which is in liquid state but maintained at least 6 months. So this is one thing what you need to be careful of, or you go for education loan, which should be against the property. So the security amount should be there, or you need to be a very high scholar, where you need to understand that you will get scholarship. So all these things needs to work hand in hand. and that's how you need to maintain your fund. So funding is very personal thing. For example, say you have 15 lakhs which is in your account, then you have say 10 lakhs which is available in your father's account, then you have or say 10 lakhs which is available in mother account. So you can have a pool of people who can sponsor you, and every sponsor can contribute to by showing their bank statement and some valid ID proof which proves that these funds belongs to you, and one which uh, help us understand what is the relation between the person who is sponsoring the person who is getting sponsored. So all these things matters a lot, and we would have to see individualistically that how you are going to fund your education, what are the different means through which you can satisfy immigration officer that you have sufficient funds for studying in this country. So everything has to be bang on, everything has to be in line so that the people can sorry, the immigration officer can understand that this is the amount which is available with this candidate for this purpose. So that way we can explain the funding part, and once the course, college, funding, SOP part, and probably if there is an interview, then if all these things combine together, that's how you get to study in New Zealand. So we cover the entire process end to end. So right from shortlisting the best college, shortlisting your funding part, we can keep it precise from the day one itself, so that everything is in sync and you get your visa successfully. So I hope that I have covered a lot of questions and the doubts. And since I've talked so much, give you so much information, there might be a few questions which are coming into your mind. So please ask those questions, write it in the chat section so that I would be able to answer those questions. And let's take this information ahead and let's have a Q&A. Waiting for your questions. Anybody, any question? किसी के कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं तो आप पूछ सकते हो. I know there are not many people who might be interested in this session from our channel, because the most of the students, they are interested in Canada. But if you guys have any question, then do please ask. So I've got a question: is PR available in New Zealand? Yes, PR is available in New Zealand. So like I was just telling you about this couple who got first her visa, then her family visa, and now they have completed almost 5-6 years in New Zealand. They have recently got the PR in New Zealand, like last month itself. We are in June. They got their PR in May. It was a 5 years long journey. This lady, she works in one of the fruit juice parlor. She manages like 5 franchisees for them, and she's doing quite well. Her husband is also there. He's also earning. The kids are studying in public school there. So everything is pretty much going smooth now. It was like when you change a place, things are never same in the beginning. Then you try to understand, adapt the culture, the vibe of that city. You get to understand how the people are. You get to understand how to find a job. Then you start doing a job. Start to first of all, you need a house. You would need somebody you can talk to, because like when I went to New Zealand 10, 12 years, no, 2017, 7. So that was like how much? It's 16 years back. So I did not know many people there. And then when you start to learn from people, the kind of company you are in, the kind of people you are surrounded with, it takes time. So PR is acceptable for sure, and they accept the applications for PR. However, they would do their own due diligence. They will make sure that you have enough points. Like the PR in New Zealand is point based, so you get points for your education, you get points for your work experience, you get points for your location, you get points for your English language capability, you get points for your which location you are applying for. So there are plenty of points which you need to gather in terms to get the PR. I will do a separate video on this so that I would be able to explain the old system and if there is any changes in the new system. So I'll make a separate video on this. So do subscribe and do watch it later. Akhil Sharma, is background accepted in Auckland University? Yes. So backlogs, AUT will accept higher number of backlogs compared to University of Auckland. However, if the it also depends on number of backlogs or if the degree was extended, what was the scenario there. If we will be able to identify that, then definitely we can do assessment on your case and we will identify if you qualify to study in Auckland University. However, if the number of backlogs is limited, then definitely we can get you the admission with Auckland University. So there are two universities, Auckland University of Technology and University of Auckland. Auckland University of Technology compared to University of Auckland is more open and accepted to backlogs. So I hope that answers your question. Anybody else, or should we wind up for the day? If you guys have any questions, then do write it in the comment section, or we will catch up again on Monday with Ritika ma'am. We will discuss points on UK, or and she will have her individual videos coming out soon, so you guys can watch those also. You can get a lot of information from those videos. You can share it with your friends and family who are interested to study in UK. I don't think so. Anybody is interested to ask any question in this session, but if you are watching it now, do share it with your friends and family who might be interested in studying in New Zealand or wanted to know few points here and there. So take care of yourself. We shall see you in our next video and we shall see you Monday at 5 p.m. sharp. I'm sorry I was late today, but it was a genuine error. So take care. Bye bye. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, say Monday.